What's up, y'all? I had to bang together real long because y'all know when I'm banging the gap. If you get a couple extra bangs, it's a messy situation, and I want you to pay attention because it's messy and it's common. Okay, so we got a messy common coming up. A messy common, okay? Okay, you need to be paying attention because this is all happening to everybody across America. Okay, father's rights. How do I pick up my child from daycare? Well, it depends. Okay. The person said, my ex puts the children in daycare on the days when they're supposed to be with me. And the daycare says that I cannot check them out unless it's the mother or the mother consents to it. Is there a way I can get my kids out of daycare on my time with court orders from the daycare without the mother's consent? Let me call court in the session. What you need to do, sir, is you need to let that daycare know that you have access to that child and you have rights over that child. You need to let them know that their paperwork is about to get that mama's ass thrown in jail or fined or held before the court or all three of them damn things. Okay? And then you send them a letter certified on letterhead along with your copy of your court order, letting them know that they will be held into court as witnesses and they will be producing clock in and clock out sheets for the child and the entire record. Cause see, all my friends know when I'm finna bust you, hand me the record. If I tell my friends hand me the record, I done found it. You out of there. So I would ask for the record. Okay, in this particular case from the daycare, and that is a for sure win, sir. Let me say something about daycare. They talk a lot of shit because they do love the kids and they think they know what the hell's going on because the mama that came in there and told them a whole bunch of bullshit about you, sir. So they really believe in it because they take care of the kids every day, right? And they see the mama every day. Plus the mama's giving them money, so bitches don't know, what money you didn't give. And a lot of them are stupid. But you got to understand how not to be biased and look at shit for what it's worth. You understand what I'm saying? So they're not doing that. So they're just listening to what that mother says. But but when them bitches think you gonna bring them in. Oh, but when they know you gonna hail their ass into court to answer questions with the records, they gonna get about that shit. They gonna tell that baby's mother, look, bitch, I don't know what you have us in the middle of, but you're gonna have to take your kids out of here, or we're gonna have to figure out what's going on because who the fuck's gonna pay us to go to court? And see, that's what you have to remind the bitch. Who's gonna pay you, bitch? When I hail you into court, is she gonna pay you, bitch? Because I'm not. I can pay you $11 witness fee, bitch, and you better make it down to Harris County Courthouse on time, motherfucker. I'm sending the sheriffs. That's what you tell them. And so on $11, nary bitch wants to leave her job for $11. See, the daycare is still going to have to pay the worker, or the daycare director is going to have to come for $11. They're going to be looking at your baby mama for that. So they're going to get them records and they're going to tell that baby mama, listen, you're going to get your baby up out of here or you're going to work this situation out. Because what I don't want, what I shall not have is to be thrown into court. Another thing you can do, sir, to stir it up a little bit, just stir it up a little bit, call the police, go with your order and get an escort to the daycare and have the police officer speak with whoever the daycare director is, whoever wants to get that ass that wants to be summoned into court. Whatever bitch is bold enough is the bitch that needs to step up and talk to the officer about why in the fuck your child ain't being released. Whatever bitch can say, because you know me, I just say, hey, which bitch is bold? Come one, come all, come one, come on. Okay? Which bitch is bold enough to play with you? That's what you need to find out. And that person's going to come, and they're going to step their happy ass up there thinking they the shit, right? Talking to the officer. Before the officer tells them that they're wrong, that he has a valid court order that says this child should be, with you at the time. And and depending on what that daycare is going to do, most of the time they're going to run and call the mother. Because see, at this point, they're tired of the bitch. Now you've shown up with the police. So you've already sent a letter. Okay? They didn't move. And now you're there with the police. So now they understand it. Okay? Because the police talk about court too. Okay? And they want to get names. And then they're going to say, well, why do you want my name? I'm just a daycare worker. And the police officer's going to say, because I'm doing a report. Because when he take you to court, he going to need the report. So what's your name? And so that's going to piss that person off, right? So then they're going to run and say, I don't go to court. I can't stand on behalf of the daycare. I can't speak for the daycare for the court. I have to go get the director. Then the director's going to come, I'm not the owner. I can't speak. So then you have to get the real person. That's the head, the HBIC. Put it in the Google if you don't know what that, the HBIC, you're going to have to get the head in charge to come talk to that officer. Whether she's on her lunch break, at her house, wherever she is. Somebody's got to talk to the officer. And you're going to get your paperwork, sir. Okay, at that point. Now, at that point, the mother, I would expect her to be up at the school. And the reason I'm saying this is because they all happen the same damn way, okay? I've had so many cases where this shit happens, and that's why I'm banking. this gavel because I need you all to listen. You've all been there, okay? So this happens the same way. So the mom rushes from work because now the bitch is in trouble because she had to leave work because the police are here. The daycare's pissed off. They don't know what the fuck to do. They're tired. They don't want to be involved in this. They done told you when you gave them that letter that they didn't want to be involved in this shit, but you told them the baby daddy was going to go away. He was just talking shit. He didn't have no lawyer. And now he's here with the police, and now they pissed at her. And she already behind on her shit. She behind on her payments to the daycare, because we all know whether or not you paying your child support or not, sometimes people be behind on their payments to daycare. Everybody owes the damn daycare. I don't owe the daycare because I don't have time to be owing nobody. A lot of people owe the daycare. So the bitch owe the daycare. Okay, now they got to stand up there and talk to the police, and they got to take all your letters from your attorney with the letterhead on that motherfucker. They tired, and they pretty much gonna spit your child the fuck up out of there or release them. Okay, that's what you do, sir. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to follow all of those. As funny as it sounded, it's the truth. That's what you got to do. Okay. And after all of that, if you're not on that paperwork and she still gives you problems, you have to go ahead and bring your enforcement. And when you bring your enforcement action, you make sure you got an attorney that knows how to handle the file, because sometimes attorneys mess up. We mess up, but you got to make sure it's right. Because that enforcement has to be brought very specifically. Has to have very specific things in there. Very specific notations. Language has to be just right. You have to get the proper service on it. Okay? So you're not going to do this by yourself. Okay? You're going to get a lawyer. You're going to move forward on your enforcement. You're going to have all this shit showing. Right? You're going to have the letter. Right? That you told mama you're wrong. You're going to have the letter that you certified mail and sent to the daycare. You're going to have the police reports. You're going to have the daycare workers' names. By this point, you should have subpoenaed the daycare file, so you have to clock in and clock out. There goes your proof that she's doing what she wants to do on her time. And then you're going to, get her held in contempt. Okay? There are different things that the court can do when they hold somebody in contempt with respect to children. Anytime it's child support or visitation, a person can possibly be jailed. Okay, that's one of the things that can happen. They can have to post a bond, meaning you mess up the court order so much that I'm sure they're going to have to bring you back to court, so we need $5,000 from you today. And if you don't pay it, you're going to be held in contempt. They can do all types of things. Put you on probation. Okay, they can put you on probation for it. Yes, for a violation of an order dealing with children. Okay, they can put you on deferred commitment, which means your ass got 1 foot in jail and 1 foot out. You really are committed to the county jail, but they're going to reset the case every 2 to 3 months and make you piss on yourself and get scared every time you're walking in court not knowing if you're going to jail or not, because you got 1 foot in the jail, 1 foot out, and they got to check and see, have you been doing what you're supposed to be doing with respect to the other parent and the child? If not, you're going to jail today because you already committed. They just deferred it, which is 1 step after probation. So you fucked. So these are the things that you do to the other parent when they're not paying child support or they're not abiding by the visitation order. You request that the court render an order and render a decision that forces them to go through those type of things. Okay? And that's what you have to do, sir. And then also, one of the things that I do is when you have problems with a bitch, with the visitation, it's going to be an issue. Just go ahead and just take the child a little bit more. Okay? Because what you want to do is you want to let the bitch know, look, bitch, I'm coming in peace, bitch. I'm just trying to get the baby on the days that I'm supposed to have the child. I don't want to take the child from you, but bitch, you're going to push me. You're going to leave me no option, because it's parental alienation at this point, and you are interfering with the emotional well-being of the child, as well as the mental well-being of the child, okay? And that's not in the child's best interest, the way you're acting, because you have custody. So we might need to take custody from your ass so that the child can be raised happy, whole, and healthy, okay, and be stable, mind, body, and soul, because the shit that you're doing, pitting the child against me and playing games and not letting the child see me, is throwing the child in emotional turmoil. So give me the child, bitch. Since you can't give me the child for a day or 2 days or 3 days or 4 days, bitch, just give me the child every day, and we won't have these problems. And I'll make sure that when I have the child, you get your proper visitation. So that's one of the things that I will do. Those are for the more extreme cases, but I usually will bring an enforcement along with the modification, because when I have to bring your ass to court because you're not doing something right by my client, I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to take something from you, and I'm going to show you what can happen the next time, so that if you want to do this again, we're going to go a step closer to either taking the child, okay, or something else. We're going to take something else from you, okay, so that you can learn. Because at the end of the day, the court has opened up the law to say that, you know, hey, when people are violating the court order, that is going to be considered by a judge when a person wants to know, or when a judge wants to know whether or not you're acting in the child's best interest, whether or not you're abiding by the court order that the court has already determined and stated is in the child's best interest, okay, and you're not doing that. Okay, so that's what you need to do, sir. I know this was long, but it's just everybody's going through it, so I need all of you guys to listen. Next case.